Alright, heading into the third match. It's 1-1 so far. I believe we'll be doing a best of 5. Let's actually look at his mulligan this time, so it gives us a little bit of information. Again, so this is the worst case scenario to keep the Leopard Gnome when you're going first and you're just playing him out, but it's better than everything but Argent Squire. So now if I play him out on turn 1 and he gets Earthshocked on his 1 mana, it's not even like he gives up a totem to Earthshock it, because he only has 1 mana anyways. Whereas if he had 2 mana into Earthshock, he'd give up a hero power, which I kind of like, but I'll play it now again. High risk, high reward. And then I'll just be mana efficient and dagger up next turn. Okay, definitely daggering, yeah. So at least this guy's going to do 4 damage. He could still be holding Earthshock though, so maybe only 2, but we'll see. But he's likely to just pop it with this guy. Oh, it looks like he might be considering a coin Earthshock. Or coin Lightning Bolt, something. Maybe he just lagged out. This guy's great for getting through taunt totems too, because he kills the taunt totem and he lives, so it's a perfect 2 damage, whereas your dagger hits him once and sometimes they get a healing totem. I will still kill that totem. He's probably gonna trade this. Yeah. Okay, so I'll show you what I was talking about with this guy. So if you were to attack first, then this guy would lose taunt, or lose charge. I'm going to redagger so he'll regain it, but see, you actually lose it. So normally you wouldn't have the mana to redagger at that point anyways. Alright, so now I can kill a Feral Spirits with Deadly and SI plus this guy. I think it's a little better than Evissing, because after they Feral Spirits he'll be on 2 mana. So I'll have a harder time dealing with this and doing what he wants to. So if he does deal with it, he won't be able to totem. And also the Evis does 4 damage, which is useful for killing other things. Okay, so here's the thing he's been thinking about doing all game with that Leopard Gnome. Let's see what it is, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to overload himself, so he's doing the overload now. So he's on 3 mana next turn. And he won't Feral Spirits if I do this. Because this is an easy answer to Feral Spirits. I do 3 and 3, and my guy lives. So now I have 10 damage, 13, 16 max, which means I'm 7 off. Okay, now I'm 10 off. If he rolls a taunt totem. So I'll hang on to this, make him think I have Flurry maybe? No. Oh. So I can't really play this. Unless I do this, and I'll just stagger it next turn. So now I have about 10, 11, 12, 13 with the Death Rattle. 7 off. Of course I might get Earthshocked. And I'm probably just going to dagger this totem next turn. Alright, so I don't really want to Evis this. Okay, that kind of works. Okay, so now I am tempted to Evis it to keep one of my guys alive. Otherwise I could attack 1, suicide 1, and keep the Leopard Gnome up. But if I Evis it, I keep an extra 2-1 up. So if I keep an extra 2-1 up, it would have to hit... It would have to hit twice. Or at least cause him to spend something. But it's his Fire Ellie turn, so I'll probably just Fire Ellie. So I'll just play the Leopard Gnome. So So I could either attack into this with both these, or I can attack this and suicide this guy into this one. And the difference is, if I kill this, then I have 2/2/1s on the board, and he can trade one, but he keeps an extra totem on the board, which will be relevant later for Arguses and another Flame Tongue, so I'd rather just clear as many totems as I can. Although I don't want to leave this on the board either, because he could Argent Commander next turn. It's hard. So I think I have to Abyss it. I have to stall this game. Well, this is rough. Definitely playing both. Actually, Sap isn't out of the question here. This actually works pretty well.
Here we go.
And it's not like he's gonna... Allocator would be the best Sap target, but that's not for a while, and he can't really Argus without anything on the board, so he's just gonna fire Elemental or Argent Commander here. This way, this saves our Evis for face damage. So anytime you can Sap a minion and save your Evis for face damage, that's better. At least have the option to use Evis on face, because you can't Sap face for 4 damage, obviously. So now I have 10, 13, 14, 15, about 15 damage with no Earth Shock, 17 damage with Earth Shock, or with, if he just leaves everything up. So I'm actually pretty close now. I don't have the Cold Light, so it's going to be hard. I have to rely on top decks and rely on him not getting taunts. So since I don't have many cards, I'm thinking about my most damage-efficient cards, which is Assassin's Blade for 12, Shadow Step would be 6, Arcane Golem would be 4. Those are the cards I'm really looking for. Oh, and Deadly Poison would be 4 for 1 mana. And then Evis and Cold Blood. Although I wouldn't mind just a Cold Light for 2 cards. Alright, so there's the Fire Alley we're talking about. So he's killing that one because he might draw into an Earth Shock if he doesn't have one. So now I have 10 damage, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I'm really close. I have to decide if I want to give him the Arcane Golem mana now. So then I could do 6, and then I'll have 2 extra mana to do something next turn. Yeah, I think I want to. There's a small chance it lives too. And I think I have to take this risk. I have to end the game very quickly here. I could have Evis face, that wasn't out of the question, but I think I'll be able to spend most things that will give me lethal. So 12, or 10, 13, 14, 15. 10, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, I have about lethal, but I might have to get through a taunt here. 10, 11, 12, 13. So we'll see if not Evising was a mistake. So I have 6 mana. I have 8 mana and I have to spend 6 to kill him. Although I could always just wait a turn on the Evis. I don't think I'm going to die in the next 2 turns, so I could just Evis I could Leroy next turn, then Evis the following turn to get through any taunts, because Shamans don't run heals. But if I drew an Arcane Golem, I wouldn't be able to afford it. All 3. And he had the Earth Shock, so now I do need to get more damage. So if he makes this attack, it'll be at 1 HP. I can make the attack, but it's going to hit me anyways. I was going to say the only reason to make it would be something like an Argus. But he already Argus, so now I can't even kill it. Okay, so I could Cold Blood this. No, the most efficient way is just to give up the Leroy. And then I Cold Blood this, and then I have 8, 9 damage, so I'm still off. But yeah, so I have to Leroy this, unless I thought I would draw into like a Sap or something, but I already used one. So I'll get the Cold Blood damage in now. There's a very small chance that anything's going to be able to hit twice with Cold Blood. He just used an Argus, or else I'd be more inclined to attack one of those whelps. So actually I should have Evised if I were... Well, actually, there's not much I could draw that the Evis now would matter, because I have to combo it with whatever I draw anyways. So now I have 5 damage, so I'm 3 off. So what in my deck does 3 damage? Nothing does exactly 3, I don't think. Not counting Deadly Poison, because I'm already counting the 1 damage. So I need one of my 4 mana, 4 damage things. It looks like I only have 1 more turn, so it looks like I didn't draw it.
Here we go.
Not going to give him the bananas in case there's a small chance he doesn't have lethal. 6, 7, 8. This would give him 2 more damage towards lethal. And keeping it in my hand also gives me a way to combo the Abyss. So say I were to draw like a second Abyss, I would need to combo it if I couldn't get the dagger hit in. Okay, he's got it.
Well played.
Oh, Garo with the BM. What can you do? Alright, so that game, I didn't get any cold lights, which really hurt me. He didn't do anything especially overpowered. Yeah, he didn't even have Feral Spirits, so that was pretty fair game both sides. So you can see where the cold lights are really important for me.